John, are you ready to take on this task? Because this is tough.
It is. This is okay. So how do we want to start this? This is your show.
You're here. You do it.
All right. Let's go division so that it's not scattered. We want to do that. So you pick a division, and we'll do that, but not ours, not the West. We'll do the West last. Let's do the North. All right. We already brought up the Vikings, right? So let's start with the Vikings, because is there a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson right now? I don't know if there is. There might be some on his level, but there's nobody better than him.
In the NFC or we're just doing NFC, right?
Yeah, just NFC.
No.
Is there anybody better than Justin Jefferson in the NFC?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Okay. I like where you're going with this. I'll put him number one. But does that make their trio number one?
Now, number two is Jordan Addison, rookie. Awesome. I think he's going to be great number two. But then KJ Osborne, I'm not the biggest fan of. He's not bad.
No.
Slot guy, returner. Like, that cost me. Like, that knocks it down, right? Now, the Lions, this is the gambling wide receiver room. They all got suspended. Amon-Ra St. Brown, incredible. Josh Reynolds. Nah, Josh Reynolds, I'm not a big fan of. He's just not. But Jamison Williams, we don't know. We saw a couple games, but now he's suspended 6 games. I'm putting the Vikings way ahead of them. Like, you're taking Vikings over Lions, right?
So are we going to just focus on the divisions first and then try to get our top? Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that way. This is the North, right?
Yeah, this is North.
All right. So now I think I like the Vikings over the Lions. So that makes sense.
Packers is terrible. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Samari Torrey might be the worst in the NFL.
Vikings are one out of that division.
Bears is solid. If we're going by the number 3.
But they did add DJ Moore, right?
DJ Moore, he's a stud. Chase Claypool, solid.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney as a 3 is pretty damn good.
That's a steal.
It's pretty damn good.
You put a number 1 in your number 3.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh.
So now the question is Bears or Vikings? And I want to see this in the chat. Who has the better 3 wide receivers, Vikings or Bears? Again, Vikings, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne. Bears, DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney.
I still going to go with the Vikings because Justin Jefferson and
he's
group,
so good.
And when you add Jordan Addison from USC, you have to feel like it's going to elevate it. But the Bears got a nice trio. I see a lot of people saying Bears, Mose knows. We got some Vikings in here. Vikings, Bears.
Close. It's close. Mike Clay of ESPN's doing this rankings of all the positions. He's got the Vikings ahead of the Bears as well. And I'm with you. Justin Jefferson's that much better than DJ Moore that I think that covers up the number 3.
I don't know if he's that much. I mean, he's clearly better. I think DJ Moore got the short end of the shit stick, sorry, baby Mose, last season because the quarterback was just so inconsistent for him, and he just was terrible. But the year before, he had a phenomenal year. It was like top 5 wide receiver in the NFC. So I don't know if he's that much better. He's definitely better. But This is interesting. But I still have the Vikings ahead.
Yeah, so our order for the NFC North is Vikings 1, Bears 2, Lions 3, Packers 4.
Save the West for last because they're the best.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's go East. Because I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of good wide receiver cores here. All right, let's start with the Eagles. I mean, they've got Brown. They've got Smith. Now, Zacchaeus, that's where it gets weird, right? Because or Quez Watkins, who do you want to put there? Britton Covey, I don't think so. But A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, that's about as good a 1-2.
Good duo.
But then a drop-off. The number 3 is not good.
I like where you're going.
They're kind of like the Niners in the sense that they have 2 good wide receivers and a great tight end. Dallas Goedert, I think, is incredible. So, that's how they would see it, but that's not what we're doing here. Giants, terrible. Darius Slayton, Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Hyatt.
Don't know, though. He's unknown.
No, I don't like this at all. I'm putting them 4 without even. They're last in this division.
Okay.
Commanders. Ooh, I like this one. Again, if we're going depth,
This is the top trio now.
Terry McLaurin, Johan Dotson, and Curtis Samuel. The Big Ten. If you're a Big Ten fan, you like these guys.
You like these guys. This is a number 2. This is the number 2.
I don't know.
Oh, because I
don't
didn't
know.
do Cowboys yet.
Cowboys.
Oh.
CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. I love Michael Gallup.
That they got Michael Gallup in the slot. That's a cheat code.
No, CD Lamb would be in the slot.
Okay,
but like he plays outside and inside. But I think over half of his snaps were in the slot last year. I again, if we're looking at number 3, yeah, Coach Cruz says you got to include Waller. Yeah, because he's not a tight end, but yeah,
he's a
tight end for. So here's my question: if we're looking at the number 3 wide receiver, Michael Gallup is by far and away. Who's the best wide receiver? Period. It's AJ Brown. Second would be a toss between Terry McLaurin and CD Lamb. Probably CD would be.
I got
better.
McLaurin over CD, bro.
They're close. I'm going Cowboys 1. I think the Cowboys is better wide receiver core because I like Michael Gallup that much.
They have the trio. I don't know. You have them over the Eagles, which makes sense. The trio is there. It's tough for me because you got the veteran Curtis Samuel in the slot. That's tough. I'm going Commanders 1.
Oh, Commanders 1.
Out of the East. I'm going Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants.
Commanders, Cowboys, man, that's crazy. Because I might have.
What are we doing here, Mouse?
There we go. I might have the Cowboys with the best wide receiving core of any, like, in the
NFC?
whole. Maybe. You got them number 2 in their own division. But I think that's a testament to, guess what NFC East does? They build from the outside in almost exclusively.
Exclusively, John. Exclusively.
And that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. All right. So we're finishing with Commanders 1, Cowboys 2, Eagles 3, Giants 4. Let's go to the South. Falcons. They've got a good one, Drake London. Then it just drops off. Mac Hollins, Scott Miller, like not good.
They may be last. They may be 4.
But they got Kyle Pitts. They got Bijan. Like,
we're not counting any of these other players but wide receivers.
Just wide receivers. Saints.
If I added George Kittle, ain't nobody seeing the 49ers.
Dude, this whole division is trash. Chris Olave's great. But after that, Rashid Shaheed, Michael Thomas.
I'm not shitting on Michael Thomas, bro. If he's healthy, that's a bonus.
It's
an if.
How many games has this cat played in?
Oh, gosh, John. Listen, this is probably my favorite player from the Ohio State. Let me have this one.
No.
Okay.
I can't. I can't. This dude is a clown, bro. He's a hell of a player, though. He has played in 3 games. Let's even put in 2020.
Michael Thomas, John.
He's played in 10 games in 3 years.
Who is his quarterback?
One injury.
He stopped playing after Drew Brees retired, correct?
He got paid and was done, dude. He Albert Haynesworth these guys, I swear.
He was like, I'm good.
Got what I wanted. They should have never gave him money. They should have never gave y'all money.
Before we
Chappelle.
rank these, John, I want to give a shout out, a super shout out to Mimi B. All right, Mimi B.
She's
she just
man.
gifted a membership to someone. I don't know who the membership goes to. I think I find out later or whatever. But thank you, Mimi. Actually, it was gifted to _187. Is that? Never mind. I was just thinking of the movie. But
187
yes,
on
an undercover cop. Yeah, and I was thinking deep cover. But Mimi B, thank you so much for gifting the membership. We appreciate you straight up. All right, John, how we ranking?
Okay.
This is tough.
So who's worse? It's not who's better. Who's worse out of the Saints and the Falcons? Drake London versus Chris Olave.
Falcons. You're not going to shit on. You already crapped on him, and that's fine. Drake London is not better than Chris Olave.
No, he's not. You're correct there. I do agree with you. Man, why are you backing up all these Ohio State guys? What's wrong with you?
Because they freaking kill Michigan, but I be liking them.
Peachy somewhere with the biggest smile on her face right now.
Hell yeah. But listen, I don't say anything until they get to the NFL. Then it's free reign.
Cool.
And don't
I
let
get
him
that.
become a Niner, because then I'm like, okay, I can dig it.
All right.
I can dig it.
Here we go. Panthers. DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, Terrace Marshall Jr.
That's
Not bad.
That's a decent trio.
Not bad. Bucks, not even close. Michael
Oh, they're
Evans,
number
Chris
one.
Godwin, Russell Gage.
They're number one.
Yeah, they're number one.
That's number one. It's Bucks, Panthers, Saints, Falcons.
Yeah. So you would put DJ Chark, Adam Thielen over
I
Chris
think so,
Olave?
man.
Yeah, I think
DJ
so, too.
Shark in the slot, bro. You get in the veteran Adam Thielen to be your number one. Terrence Marshall could play in the slot. It's a big guy. That's a decent trio. They get them a quarterback. They're good to go. Who the fuck is the quarterback for the Panthers?
The small dude,
The
Bryce,
kid that you
they
can't
just
see over the
drafted.
offensive line?
Did you see that video?
I did. He's so
It was-
tiny. He looked like
was not
a
nice.
character from the Little Giants. You ever see the Little Giants? And
Oh
the dude
yeah,
had the booger coming out his nose.
Icebox. The annexation of Puerto Rico.
That's it. That's the play they're going to be running in Carolina.
All right, let's do the West. Seattle Seahawks, I think probably by far one of the best in the NFL. You
They
got
got a tough
Metcalf,
trio, bro.
Tyler Lockett, and they just drafted Smith and Jigba. That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, just I hate the Seahawks, but intimidation. He does the juice box thing. Yeah, that's so great. That's so great.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Rams, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, and Scournick. God, that's bad. That is so bad.
I don't think it's bad. I think this is the toughest. This is tough.
I mean, Kupp's amazing. Kupp's amazing.
Yeah, but
Van Jefferson?
We haven't seen him play much because of injury, but they might be last. I think. Let me hear the Cardinals.
Cardinals pretty solid.
Hopkins.
Marquise Brown and Rondale Moore. Like
They're number 3. So Rams
number
are
3?
last.
Rams are last.
Yeah.
And
I
then the
think the
49ers,
Seahawks is-
Debo Ayuk, Jennings.
I think the Seahawks, they got the number 1 trio.
Oh, yeah. And again, going back to, Mike Clay's rankings, here we go. He had Seattle second overall, number 1 in the NFC. And so Arizona was next up on his list. He had the Arizona Cardinals way higher than the Niners. Niners were in the middle for him.
It's because you got Hopkins, and then with I think the issue with the 49ers, they just have so many weapons that they don't necessarily utilize their wide receiving trio like most regular teams in the NFL. And so because of that, they don't feel like the wide receivers is going to give you that production that these other wide receivers are going to give you. It's got to be that. That's the only thing that makes sense. But the Niners wide receiving trio is ridiculous because you can flip-flop your slot. You can go Ray. You can go Jennings. I'm going to start Jennings in the slot. But Brandon Ayuk is a 1,000-yard wide receiver. Deebo Samuel's a 1,000-yard wide receiver. Like that, you got to factor that in. If they're utilized, they're going to produce. If they're not utilized, they're still going to produce, just in different ways, and then the Niners are producing a different way. But based off of wide receivers, that's what we're doing. This is not a homer show, even though this is a homer show.
Yeah. All right. So the number 1 of each division: Commanders, McLaurin, Johan Dotson, Curtis Samuel. Vikings: Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne.
I like John.
Bucks,
I like how you did this.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, and the Seahawks.
All right, we giving you our top
Lockett,
5. You
Smith
ready?
And Jigba. Yeah.
So those are going to be your 4. So now we got to put the 4 together, and then we're going to pick the best 2, the best overall number 2 team.
Okay.
That'll be our top
I like
5.
this. Yeah, I like this.
I like it too because we just thought about the shit right here on the show. Didn't know what we were doing,
Yeah.
So let's go.
So I'm thinking Commanders is good. I'm not putting the Vikings. I think the Vikings are 4 for me.
Ooh.
Because, again, for me, you've got to have a good number 3. I'm taking Curtis Samuel way over KJ Osborne.
Can I ask this question? If the Vikings kept Adam Thielen, would they be higher up to you?
Oh, hell yeah. They might be
that's
number 1
the
in the
difference.
NFL.
I see what you're doing. And you aren't sold on Jordan Addison yet. You don't know what he's going to do.
I think he'll be good. I think it's a perfect fit for him. But, yeah, again, it comes down to me, the number 3 guy. Like, you've got to have 3 good studs. And I don't think the Vikings have that. They have 2 really good ones. And again, you look at the Bucks, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I'm taking that's 2 beasts. Russell Gage is pretty damn good. And then the Seahawks, Metcalf, Lockett, and Jigba. Me personally, I think I put Seahawks 1 on this list.
Okay. I'm going to put the all right. So you got your 4, right? Don't give me your 5. You got your 4 order. Let me do my 4 order, then we'll get our 5th, and then we could chop this up. All right, here we go. So my number 1 is going to be Tampa. My number
Ooh.
2 is going to be Seattle.
Okay. Hold on.
My number 3 is going to be, who am I missing? The Vikings
and Commanders.
Oh shit. My number 3 is going to be the Commanders, and then my number 4 is going to be the Vikings.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I went close. Tampa over Seattle because Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and then when you add in their third guy, like that's domination. They just need if they get the perfect if they have the right quarterback, that's tough.
They didn't last year, and it still wouldn't work. I mean, they had Tom Brady last year, and it wasn't working. I don't see how Baker's going to make it work.
They weren't bad last year, though. Chris Godwin was just he was just coming back from his ACL injury. Mike Evans was dropping passes. He dropped one in our game, thank God. But he was just dropping passes. Again, we don't know what Jackson Smith and Jigba's going to be in the NFL. We know what Tyler Lockett can be. We know what DK Metcalf can be. I like Mike Evans over Metcalf, but that's my personal thing.
Oh, yeah, I do too. So, all right, so that's your 4. So here are the 2s. 49ers, Panthers, Bears, Cowboys.
I'm going, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's so, again, just the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. Bears, DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, Darnell
Mooney. It's coming down to the Bears and the Bears and 49ers for me.
Over the Bears?
I mean the Cowboys and 49ers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it's close. Like, that number 3, Michael Gallup over Juwan Jennings. Yeah, I think the Cowboys, again, I would put the Cowboys almost at the top of the list for me for the whole NFC. But
Michael Gallup, for me, as good of as a receiver he can be, I like Juwan Jennings better.
They do different things. There's no doubt about it. They play 2 different positions. Michael Gallup's like straight up outside. Juwan's pretty much exclusively in the slot.
I'm going Niners as my 5th, and that's not because it's a homer show.
You're taking them over the Cowboys.
I'm taking them over the Cowboys. Cowboys would be my 6th.